This sports This sports program is presented by authority of Wabash Valley Sports and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated in any way without prior written consent of Wabash Valley Sports.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network. Welcome to Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, the U.S. News & World Report's #1 engineering school in the United States that offers a master's as its highest degree for 20 consecutive years. Rose-Hulman, where you come to find yourself. Find yourself through personal growth, through personal development, through study, research, and invention. Rose-Hulman, your home for academic and athletic excellence.
Good evening and welcome to the Holbert Arena at the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology for tonight's home opener, season opener of the men's basketball program in 2019-2020 season. Hello, friends. My name is Walter Gordon, sitting alongside my partner, Troy Fears, and so glad to be indoors for the remainder of our calendar year, for our sports calendar year here as we open a new season of Rose-Hulman's men's basketball.
Yeah, it's always nice to be indoors on a day and night like tonight.
Yeah.
You know, a February night is what it feels like.
That's right.
Not November the 12th, that's for sure, but it definitely feels like a night for basketball. And the home opener for these Engineers, the earliest home opener they've had in quite some time. But
Yeah.
they're going to be battling Oakland City, who come in tonight. They've already played 2 games, Oakland City has. Rose-Hulman has not played at all. This is their very first game. Oakland City is 0-2 on the year coming in tonight. And quite honestly, we don't know much about either one of these two teams. Obviously, we know more about Rose because we covered them last year. We know the players on their roster, but we don't know much about Oakland City other than it's down near Evansville area.
That's right. The good thing about us, Troy, is that we're a fast figure things out and you know, obviously not being able to see Oakland City on a regular basis like we do Rose, and so, but we'll figure out some things about some of the players as we go. And one thing that I do know
we
is
are
that
quick learners.
There's
no doubt about that.
One thing that we both know is that these Rose-Hulman Engineers will have a lot of new players, a lot of new faces, and guys that will have to step up that were more of reserve players in last year's squad. We're going to step aside and take a quick break as we begin our Sonic pregame show. We'll be right back with more on the Indiana Sports Network.
Sonic's got all my fair faves.
Cheddar peppers, 99-cent corn dogs, Oreo a la mode. I love the fair. All the prizes you can win.
Totally. Did you win all those?
Winning's for suckers. I bought these.
Hurry in. Fair faves start at 99 cents and order ahead for happy hour anytime.
Sonic's got all my fair faves.
Cheddar peppers, 99-cent corn dogs, Oreo a la mode. But there's no chicken on the fair faves menu, right?
No. Why do you ask?
No reason. You're safe.
Hurry in. Fair faves start at 99 cents and order ahead for happy hour anytime.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Oakland City University, the Mighty Oaks are here in town. They're 0-2 in the 2019-2020 season. The Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers are opening up the season right here in front of our very eyes. Hello, friends. Happy to be with you. Walter Gordon and Troy Fears here from Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. A special midweek basketball contest as we start our season. We talked about a moment ago a lot of new faces and some guys that are not here. You closed the chapter on Charlie Omni, Ruge Ioki, Luke Callahan, and Nick McGrail, faces and players like that have meant so much to this program for a number of years. Other guys are going to have to step up here, Troy, and basketball doesn't stop just because guys graduate.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And good thing for Coach Rusty Lloyd in his 6th season here at Rose-Hulman. He's got a good nucleus of guys that can step up. You know, he's got 2 starters returning this year, Craig McKee and John Zernacki, both excellent players. But then he's got 10 guys who earned letters last year that are still on the roster as sophomores and now juniors. So, again, we know kind of what Rose-Hulman can do. Obviously, it's going to be hard to replace Imani and Ioki and their scoring potential, and that's what these early season games are going to do as far as Coach Lloyd's going to be able to find out who can shoot the ball, who plays well together, those types of situations. And, again, we don't know much about Oakland City other than, again, being from Southern Indiana. They had a great year last year, but have a new head coach, and we'll talk about them throughout the game. But we fully expect that they will give Rose-Hulman a good battle tonight here in the opening contest. And like we said earlier, this is early. It's November the 12th, but it's one of the earliest home games openers for the Engineers that they've had in quite some time.
And sometimes at this point of year, you're transitioning from other sports, and then now focusing on basketball is what we have here. And as you see on your screen, folks, you'll have presentation of conference champions that we have here at Rose-Hulman. Talked about transitioning from other sports. That is exactly what we're doing right now here at Rose. Institution that breeds champions on and off the court. And you'll see right here as a lot of our champions, our student athletes, will be honored here at the Holbert Arena. The men's soccer team, as you see on your screen there, the conference champions for the 2019-2020 season.
Yeah, we've got obviously men's soccer, and then we have the girls golf team now winning their first ever Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference this fall. So congratulations to the girls golf team for their first conference championship.
That first championship, that's so exciting, and all the hard work and the effort that goes into it. You see on your screen the women's golf team. The women's soccer team.
The largest gathering tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
The men had quite a few, but the women, quite a few players, participants there, getting their conference championship, and they play in the tournament this weekend.
I believe in Chicago, I do believe, is win their conference tournament, and now they'll be going to the Division III national tournament. Women's soccer, men's soccer, and women's golf, all being honored here. You see a great picture on your screen there of the team. A lot of great things going on here at Rose-Hulman as we honor our student athletes and
the football team. You say Fell a little short this past
They did.
weekend, but they've still had a very successful year.
Absolutely.
Season. They still have one more game this coming weekend.
And we're going to pause just for a moment as we honor America. We'll be right back.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
The Car Hop Classic for just $2.99 is the perfect 1-2 punch of flavor and value.
Time that!
You need a trainer to help you eat the burger?
Hey, stay out of this. Don't get in my head, man. There's barely room for me in there.
Hurry in and try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or 6-inch Philly plus tots for $2.99.
Car Hop Classic for just $2.99 is the perfect 1-2 punch of flavor and value.
Time that!
You need a trainer to help you eat the burger?
Hey, stay out of this. Don't get in my head, man. There's barely room for me in there.
Hurry in and try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or 6-inch Philly plus tots for $2.99.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
I want to take a moment to thank our sponsors, Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Refreshment Services, Pepsi, Riddell National Bank, Sonic Drive-In, Terre Haute Convention and Visitors Bureau, Union Center of Sports Medicine, and York Automotive.
Announcing the starting lineups for Oakland City.
We have DJ Redding, J.D. Hoover, Case Robinson, Tyler Duke, and Nathaniel Schmittler. We'll get that again in a moment as we now get the Rose-Hulman Engineer starting lineup. Zach Callahan, reserve player that did great things last year, getting into the starting duties, a 6'2 junior from Danville, Illinois. Michael Lake, a 6'2 senior from Cincinnati, Ohio, a third guard. Well, we're going to actually have him later, a 6'7 forward from Harrison, Ohio, Jacob Back. I thought they were going to do this guards first, but they have Trey Wirtz, 6'7 forward from Cold Spring, Kentucky. Last but not least, the all-conference performer, 6-foot junior from Loveland, Ohio, Craig McGee. So for the Engineers, it's Back, Callahan, Lake, McGee, and Wirtz. For the Mighty Oaks, it is Sanford, Hoover, Robinson, Tubes, and Schmittler. At first I said DJ Redding in the starting lineup, but I was mistaken there, as they did the starting lineups really fast.
They did.
Waste no time on Chick-fil-A night.
They did not waste any time. I like the, and a nice little crowd here tonight.
Absolutely.
For opening night.
Absolutely.
Of the men's basketball season. It's Chick-fil-A night, Old National Bank night.
Yeah.
It's quite a few activities going on to get the students out and excited about this 2019-2020 basketball season, ready to tip off here in beautiful Holbert Arena. If you're in Indiana, put on the fire and let's get ready for some basketball madness here.
Engineers win the tip. It's going to be interesting, Troy, as we talked about earlier, with something that may be a theme all year. A lot of shooting that we lost from last season. We'll see how the Engineers will be able to play this year as they start the game with a turnover, not the way you want to start that, as great interior defense by the Mighty Oaks. Easy little 7-footer by Schmittler is off. Here comes McGee.
Nice rebound by McGee, preseason All-American. Takes it right in. And as we'll talk throughout the game, but that's exactly what Rose-Hulman's going to need, is for McGee to penetrate and make those easy buckets.
Nice steal by Wirtz, and here comes the transition opportunity for the Engineers. Stolen back by the Mighty Oaks, and here they come, a 2-on-1 break, the trailer. A lot of passing and no bucket, unfortunately. That deserved a bucket. They just couldn't finish that. Maybe one too many passes.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, one too many passes there. Yet another turnover on the Engineers.
Really sloppy both ways. Ball's really going back and forth. This is not the start that you wanted by either coach. You're looking at Coach Lee Moore for the Mighty Oaks, his first season at Oakland City, and Coach Rusty Lloyd in his sixth here at the helm of Rose-Hulman.
And Coach Lloyd was just telling everybody to calm down, take it easy, run the game plan. Let's not get in a hurry.
The good ball moving. Got to take care of the basketball, though. McGee with the pilfer and down the lane. The English. He's got all 4 points on the board.
He's going to be tough for anyone in conference or out of conference to guard this year.
First three-pointer attempted of the game. Tyler Toop, 6'5" senior from Winslow, Indiana. He's able to get that to go for the first points for Oakland City. Rose-Hulman trying to run their offense, going through the progressions. That's a very nice look. Wirtz in the lane, couldn't get it to fall in. It was a great look.
Sure was. Exactly what they wanted. They just couldn't get it to fall.
Hoops couldn't get that one to fall. He had a nice look at the basket in transition. Here come the Engineers. Got to swing the ball. Wirtz can do that from the outside. The lefty has a smooth touch, folks.
Sure does. The junior from Cold Spring, Kentucky, he is not afraid to throw up that three, and you can see why with that smooth stroke he's got.
He reminds me of a young man I went to high school with. His name was Kyle Wilson. He was a 6'5" lefty, played at Terre Haute South High School, and I'll have to remind him, tell him that he's got a guy that has a sweet J just like his. Here comes Oakland City. Three-pointers up and no good. That's Sanford. A good look once again by Oakland City, though.
There was. Oakland City came in, they were 22-1 last year in home games. They ended up winning the Christian College NIT. So they got a new coach and some new players, but definitely a team to be concerned about if you're Rose-Hulman.
You love the way they have the floor spread. Isn't that right, Troy?
Yeah, you really do. They're definitely a lot of passes, working the ball. Tried to make the Euro step there. Didn't quite work for him. But yeah,
John Sarnecki and Sambit Ram coming in the game. Interesting that we didn't see Sarnecki starting, coming off the bench for tonight, probably because of a matchup. But interested, and here comes Oakland City with the full court pressure. Foul as Lake went for the ball at the same time as Toot did. This is our first foul of the game. I love the defensive wrinkle out of that little time dead ball situation for Oakland City.
Yeah, Rose-Hulman was lucky there that they didn't get a turnover, to be honest, because Arnecki kind of was lazy in his pass there, but ended up getting the foul.
Lake, can he stretch the defense in and out, and that ball's going to go the other way as Jacob Mack was trying to tip it. Good look by Lake, just rimmed right out.
Sure was. Lake, he's got a nice spin on that ball. It's a little different than a normal shot the next time you shoot it. But senior out of Cincinnati, Ohio. I know Coach Lloyd's expecting big things out of him this year as well.
Redding and Eppert in the game for Oakland City. The traveling violation by Schmittler. Trevor Eppert, who just came in the game, a freshman, 6'6" freshman from Tangier, Indiana. I wonder what high school he went to. Didn't say in here, but that's not far up the road. Oakland City still came out in a little trapping pressure there, trying to see what Rose-Hulman can do. McGee tees up at 3. No, back with a great rebound. He got fouled. No call. Zarnecki up. He gets the call in the bucket.
That's what you're going to see all year long.
Hopefully so.
If you're Rose-Hulman with Zarnecki just eating up that paint and kind of bullying his way up with the rebound and then the bucket. Good to see.
Jacob Back goes out, and Eli Combs comes in. Combs, a senior, 6'5" senior from Bloomfield. We know where that is. Nice cut. Good defense by Zarnecki to cut off that play. Oakland City working that offense. Look at Smittler working hard down low. He really earned that bucket.
He did. He was trying to get that early post positioning, and then but was passed it out and got it right back. He earned those two.
Late post entry to Combs. The ball smacked away from him. He should repost. Give it back to him. 10 on the shot clock. Deepest has been all game long. Combs is open. Got his man. Drop step. There he is.
Yeah, nice little fake. And as you said, they almost could have done that earlier. Get Combs in the post. He had positioning, and it obviously showed there.
Almost a steal by McGee. It's going to stay here with 14-10 on the game clock. 12-5, Engineers up. As we play 2 20-minute halves in college basketball, the men's variety. The women, who I prefer, play the 4 10-minute quarters. I prefer the women's setup. Is what I'm trying to say. Is I like the 4 10-minute quarters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It breaks it up a little better, and I think as a coach, you like that too.
Yeah, you have the foul reset.
Right.
Getting the bonus a little quicker. Just, come on, men's game. Let's get with the times here.
Yeah. What's going on? 20-minute halves.
Foul out highs. Who's supposed to be? Is this Callahan?
I believe it is.
Yeah.
First team foul for the Engineers.
Inbounds to Redding. He's looking. Redding, a 5'11" freshman from Evansville, Indiana. Going to be baptism by fire. Having to go up against Craig McGee. Three-pointer in the corner, no good. Down with it is Zarnecki. Would love to see the Engineers get in transition a little more this year. Ram, baseline, cut off nicely. Zarnecki in a crowd. Waits for it to clear and up and curls out. I love the patience by Zarnecki right there.
I do too. I thought he might ditch it back out, but he really had nobody to pass it to.
No, not really.
But he was patient, tried to feel his way, and almost got two, and to get 2 free ones right here.
Incoming the game for Craig McGee is a freshman, Max Chaplin, a 6'2" freshman from Carmel, Indiana. And this is a young man that we'll see a lot of this season, I do believe, Troy, is Zarnecki makes both. Chaplin, a young man that maybe, let's see how things go, the heir apparent to Craig McGee is a steal, stolen back, and a bucket by Toops. Here comes the pressure. Engineers have to be ready for this pressure. I love the fact that Oakland City is mixing this up. This gives Rose a nice look.
Oh, sure does. It gives exactly what Coach Floyd wants to see in your first ball game.
Yeah.
This is not an exhibition game, or anything like that. So
Chaplin into Ram. Heard Coach Lloyd say motion to start this playoff. I didn't like how that started myself. 8 on the shot clock. Got to get in something. Good step by Zarnecki. No good, but Combs a follow.
Nice positioning by Combs to get that rebound.
Von Miller in the game for the first time. Austin Ladd as well. So everybody's played for Oakland City. A nice little pull-up by DJ Redding, a little 5-footer. 16-9 Engineers.
Oakland City only has 9 players on the roster, and you're correct. All of them are going to see plenty of playing time as we go out through both halves.
Gotta like that if you're a player, don't you?
Sure.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
Got to be tough to scrimmage. In practice, and you only have 9 guys.
Got to get one up. Zarnecki with 2. Did not hit the rim, but we're going the other way anyway. They didn't see Eppert in transition. They find him now. Drives into traffic and almost lost the handle. Hoops, a drop pass, and ball tipped out of there. Ladd recovers. Oh, boy, sweet jumper by DJ Redding. That's his second basket in a row, 16-11. 11:20 to go, the first half. 3 seconds to get it off the 10-second line. They finally do. Boy, that trap is making Rose-Hulman waste time on that shot clock. By the time they get it across, they got 20 seconds to work with. Chaplin's 3 is no good. Foul by Oakland City.
But you're right. That trap is giving Rose-Hulman some issues here early in the first half. They're going to have to make those adjustments. As we mentioned in the pregame, Coach Lloyd's looking for the guys that can shoot the ball. And it's going to take a few games to find the rhythm, see who those key players are going to be.
Combs on the block. Draws 2. Going to shoot over it anyway. Just has a size advantage. He uses his size advantage. The Engineers are going to be looking to do that all season long, pack that thing in the paint. Teams are going to pack it in and force them to shoot from the outside. They're going to probably see a lot of zone this season if teams are going to dare them to shoot the 3. Redding on the drive. Swing pass, and here we go. Nice little lefty teardrop from Trevor Eppert.
Yeah, nice little spin move by Eppert.
When is the last time Rose got across the 10-second line in less than 8 seconds? I mean, it's been a while. This trap is making them slow down. Callahan, the 3, yes. Second 3 of the night for the Engineers. First one was by Trey Wirt. 3 on the other hand by Tubes. He answers. How long is it going to take him to get over? Oh, are they going to get over there? Tipped out of bounds, and it's going to stay Rose-Hulman's way, but they have 6 seconds to get over this 10-second clock. 6-second line, I should say.
Oakland City, we have a timeout being called. Coach
Be right back after this on the NCAA Sports Network.
Terre Haute, a great place to stay and play. Restaurants, hotels, motels, and campgrounds. There's something for everyone. Terre Haute is the home away from home for students of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, St. Mary of the Woods College, and Indiana State University, where there are always great educational activities and sporting events. Enjoy the Children's Museum. Terre Haute hosts Blues at the Crossroads Downtown Music Fest, Rib Fest, and the Banks of the Wabash Festival. Plus, the USAC Quarter Midget Championship, open wheel racing at the Action Track, and 5 national college and state high school cross-country championships at the famed Laverne Gibson cross-country course. There's plenty to do and enjoy in Terre Haute, so come stay and play.
21-16, Engineers have 6 seconds to get it across. I hope they know that. McGee with 2 seconds. There we go. Nice entry pass into Combs, a drop step and a foul. (21-16) your score. Engineers up 5 against Division II Oakland City. 9:34 to go in the first half. First free throw, no good by Eli Combs. The second one is good. Combs doing a good job in the painted area, specifically tonight, as Engineers stretch their lead to 6. Oakland City looking for their shot. Halfway through the shot clock, Smittler in the paint, kicks it out. Oh boy, nice ball movement there. Results in a 3-point shot by J.D. Hoover.
It's a great name, J.D. Hoover.
I love it.
I like that name, and I like that ball movement that they've been showing all half.
Could it be Jefferson Davis?
It's a nice answer by Max Chaplin. Another nice name.
When I hear JD, I think about Jefferson Davis Hogg from the Dukes of Hazzard, don't you? Is there any way to not think about JD Hogg when you hear JD?
I don't remember JD. I remember Boss Hogg.
That was Boss Hogg's name, Jefferson Davis.
It?
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah.
Man.
We go way back with that show.
Yeah, apparently need to watch the reruns again.
Only person that called him Jefferson Davis was his wife. So that she wasn't in very many episodes. So we didn't hear.
In trouble, I'm guessing.
That you better believe. Enough about the Dukes of Hazzard. 8:30 to go in the first half. It's got a nice little rise and fire by Jacob Sanford. 25-21, Oakland City hanging about. Chaplin and McGee in the game for the first time together as McGee, the English.
Nice English. Brought that down to his hip and back up. Spun it off the board.
Oh, travel. Well, that was a quick travel.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, okay.
Either. I was kind of watching the post play.
Nathan Schmittler, I think that's the second traveling violation he's been called on him tonight. Had an opportunity there, and we'll see. Nice pass underneath the basket. Trey Wirtz. How'd they lose him?
Boy, I'm not sure, but 29-21 Engineers. We have a foul down low.
Trey Wirtz going to get called for is that his first or second? Can't see the board here.
I believe that's his first.
Inbounds pass is tipped out of bounds by Craig McGee.
Eli Combs leading the Engineers with 7 points, followed by Craig McGee with 6.
Good job on the inbounds with good defense by Rose. Plenty of time on the shot clock to set up for Oakland City. Nice little free throw line jumper, no good. Tipped out of there. Guys on the court hustling. Look at Jacob Back. Jacob Back will get on the floor every chance he gets. That young man is an animal.
He showed that last year.
Yes.
Plenty of times, and is showing it again, obviously, this year as well.
And if his mom and dad, parents, family, loved ones are watching, I mean that in the best way possible when I call him an animal, just in case.
Yeah, his hustle and determination is.
Yeah.
It is fun to watch.
Absolutely. You need somebody on your team or several guys on your team just like that. Going to be a foul on McGee. Little slap on the wrist.
Be McGee's first as well.
Bettler looking over the defense and a nice free throw line jumper is missing. They've had a couple of those in this possession that just did not go down. Here comes McGee. Probing, looking. Jacob Back went for the dunk. Nathan Schmittler provided the resistance. Jacob Back's going to have to earn it from the free throw line.
The beautiful no-look pass by McGee. just couldn't quite finish.
And because it was Smittler, Back had to kind of double clutch, as normally he, from there he would have been able to just go up and flush that thing, but the defensive presence made him double clutch that and wasn't able to get it all the way there. He missed the first free throw. From a percentage perspective, that was the right play to foul him, make him earn it from the free throw line. As you see, he missed them both. Jacob Back kind of struggling from the free throw line through his career here at Rose thus far.
And the Engineers as a whole, 4 of 7 for 57% of the free throw line so far in this game.
Engineers doing a good job on two. They average just 20 points a game through the season in the first 2 games. Here comes 5 seconds on the shot clock. Got to do something with it quick, and they do. Stanford, the jumper.
Nice little jumper by Stanford.
And McGee right back at you.
Again, we've seen that quite a few times tonight. He will just take it. He's so quick.
He is.
He can control the ball.
Stanford, a little 1-2 dribble right there. Gets McGee to fly by, and then he gets the jumper to go from 17 feet. Back. Nice cross-court passing. That should be a shot by Michael Lake, and it is. He drains it. You need that from Michael Lake this season.
Yes, we do. And he's a nice set up there, nice ball movement, pass it back out. And if they're going to leave him open, you got to take that shot.
Callahan, the resistance, calls the miss, but a great rebound by Smittler, and up and good.
Nathan Smittler showing his size at 6'7".
Yeah, wide body too.
Yeah.
Inside the work, he wants to go right back at him, and he falls down. That should be a travel. Oh, boy. I didn't see much contact on that. I thought it should have been a travel. They got Smittler with the body.
That was definitely a I don't think, let's just say I don't think he'll be going to acting school. Maybe he needs to go to acting school.
Oh, my.
I don't think they have drama club here at Rose-Hulman, do they?
Oh, boy.
They need to take some lessons.
That was maybe Reggie Miller-esque.
Reggie did it better than that.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, that was a good one. Earned him a trip to the free throw line. He made some first.
And he made the first one.
Yeah. They say ball don't lie. The ball goes in. Maybe it was a foul. Maybe
it was. You're right.
5:17 to go in the first half, 36-27. Engineers are in the bonus, so they'll continue to shoot free throws every time they're fouled. Oakland City is quite a ways away from the bonus.
Yeah, they've
not
shot a free throw all night.
No.
Here this first half for Oakland City.
Corner jumper is, oh my, out, in, and out by Javon Miller. His first bucket of the contest, I do believe. Oh my goodness, get him. Stanford ran back in the game. Let's see what we can do with this possession here. Low teardrop. Back on the rebound. Here come the Mighty Oak. Nice front of the post. He pushed Michael Lake up the lane. Great entry pass into Toops. McGee, a one-man breast breaker. He's blocked, and we're going the other way. Oakland City down by 6, trying to make it a closer lead. A foul, their first free throws. Toops gets fouled as 4:15 to go. Oakland City can trim this lead to 4.
They sure can, and they are, with only 9 players, you might expect them to slow the ball down a little bit, but they don't. They move that ball up and down the floor.
Little draftian here, Tyler Toops, 6'5" senior from Winslow, Indiana. Do you know where Winslow is?
I don't.
Huh. Okay. Think about that one. He makes the second one. He got heckled from the crowd by barely drawing iron. That would have been ugly if he didn't. There's a lot of students here in the crowd would have let him know about that.
Winslow is not far from Oakland City, down by Evansville.
Ooh, Zarnecki thought he got fouled on the lefty hook.
Just off of I-69.
Oh, a deep one by Tubes. Woo, he was feeling it, wasn't he? Didn't go down. Here goes McGee. Nice pass. Back and fouled. Oh, my goodness. He crashes hard to the floor. He was exposed because of how hard he went up toward the rim. Nothing malicious about the foul, but because he got fouled while he was in the air, it contorted his body, and he fell down hard on his shoulder and back.
Yeah, he was going up hard for the dunk.
Yep.
And like you said, nothing malicious, just a good basketball play. But once he got up to the rim, he kind of got twisted around and fell hard. But he bounced right up and
he did.
Showed no.
I'd still be down there on the floor. I mean, when
he'll feel it in the morning, I'm sure.
But wow.
We'd be feeling it the rest of the week.
Absolutely.
He'll only feel it in the morning.
And Jacob back, I thought he was going to come out, maybe get checked out by the trainer, but he's going to be okay. Makes the second free throw to extend this lead to 39-33 and back up to a 6-point cushion. Here comes DJ Redding. Oh, almost a steal by Lake. Pop out for a three-pointer, no good. Lake a rebound. Did a great job to secure that. Wasn't going to start the offense. Michael Lake, one of our seniors that we're going to have to lean heavily upon this year for offense and defense. Ooh, back almost traveled. Michael Lake curls around for a three short. Here comes Tubes. He's looking. Pass to DJ Redding was tipped out of bounds.
McGee was calling for that it hit it off Redding, but officials didn't go for that.
Redding.
Mighty Oaks have 6 turnovers compared to Rose-Hulman's 3.
Make it 7, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly right.
Could have been a foul on that, I thought. Good screen by back, pops open McGee, and then a foul where? On Zarnecki as they go for the rebound. Interesting foul call there.
Yeah, the foul is on Callahan, number 10.
I'm sorry.
Second.
Thank you. I said Zarnecki. I meant Callahan. I apologize. Callahan, a junior from Danville, Indiana. We were following the West Vigo Vikings as that's where their season ended at Danville. And incidentally, Danville did win the sectional championship.
They did.
Stripped by Zarnecki. Instead of going to say a jump ball, it's going the other way with 2:34 to go.
Danville, home of the Mayberry Cafe.
Absolutely, baby. Aunt B's fried chicken does not disappoint, did it?
No, sir.
Lake to back. Oh, you got to make the layup. Too much English on it.
Yeah, and he was expecting to get, I think, a little more contact.
J.D. Hoover from the left side, right side. Oh, and a turnover. Mighty Oaks down 3. Looking to tie. Dave. Oh, and rimmed out. Zarnecki with the rebound. 39-36, just under 2 minutes to go in the first half. McGee looking. Oh, and what a pass to Michael Lake. He's got eyes everywhere. Oh, my goodness.
Zipped it right in there. Good thing Lake actually saw it coming because I'm not sure anybody else did.
Hoop wings it to Hoover. He's cut off by back. Down the lane, Tubes bobbles it. He's in the paint. On the floor, guess who? Guess who, folks? Zahn Zarnecki on the floor. If Jacob Back can do it, so can he. I love the contagiousness of that hustle that Jacob Back provides.
You know, and it is contagious. Both of those guys. Obviously, there's a jump ball situation, so the ball will stay here.
9 on the shot clock. Inbound, Redding. 7 to work with. He brings it all the way around. Circled the wagons. Here he comes downhill. 17-footer. Oh, what a rebound by Case Robinson to save the possession, or to get a new one, I should say. Case Robinson, a 6'3" junior from Grayville, Illinois.
Zarnecki with the foul, his first of the half.
DJ Redding. 2. Pass probably was intended for the corner, but it popped out. Robinson short. McGee grabs it. A minute to go. Engineers up 5, 41-36. McGee probes, almost falls. Teardrop short. Here comes Robinson. Uh-oh, three-pointer by Hoover is good. J.D. Hoover, it's another 3 by him. 2-point game.
Anytime anyone from Oakland City is open from 3, they're going to take
Yeah.
that.
They could all seem like they can all shoot. Engineers going through their reads. Oh, an offensive foul does not get called. Zarnecki absolutely leveled. He absolutely leveled Tyler Toops. And, oh, did he call him with the flop?
I believe he did.
They called the flop, which is, I believe it's going to be a. I thought it was going to be a warning on a flop, but it's a new rule that being called in college basketball a lot is the flop, and we'll talk about this as the season progresses. 43-39. Engineers at the last possession, down to 10. Down the lane, Zarnecki stays big, saves the possession for the Engineers. 4 on the clock. Gets it to Michael Lake with 2. From 3, top of the key. Monday. Craig McGee ends the half on a big three-pointer from the top of the key to push the lead to 46-39. Engineers up 7 as a flurry ends the half. We're going to step aside for a break here on our halftime show and come back with stats and analysis right here on the Indiana Sports Network.
A more active life is closer than you think. Union Health now offers same-day orthopedic care. Call 812-242-3005. Union Health, healthier together.
Sonic's got all my fair faves.
Cheddar peppers, 99-cent corn dogs, Oreo a la mode. I love the fair. All the prizes you can win.
Totally. Did you win all those?
Winning's for suckers. I bought these.
Hurry in. Fair faves start at 99 cents and order ahead for happy hour anytime.
Sonic's got all my fair faves.
Cheddar peppers, 99-cent corn dogs, Oreo a la mode. But there's no chicken on the fair faves menu, right?
No. Why do you ask?
No reason. You're safe.
Hurry in. Fair faves start at 99 cents and order ahead for happy hour anytime.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
46-39, Oakland City down by 7 as Rose-Hulman starts their 2019-2020 season. Walter Gordon and Troy Fears bringing the action tonight. As Troy, there was quite a bit of action to be spoken for as these two teams really battled out here in the first half.
They sure did. You know, the first game of the season, you never know how it's going to start. You expect it to maybe start a little slow, kind of work your way into it. But Oakland City wasn't having anything to do with that. They were moving the ball up and down the floor and causing some issues for the Engineers as far as pressure goes, bringing the ball up the floor and the chance for the Engineers to get into the rhythm. They never really got into the rhythm, but they lead at the half 46-39. Rose-Hulman was 17 of 33 from field goals for 51%. They were 5 of 11 from three-pointers at 45%, and then 7 of 11 for free throws at 63% for that half. And they were led by Craig McKee, the preseason All-American, with 11 points, followed by Trey Wirtz with 7, Eli Combs with 7, and John Zarnecki with 7.
And when you look at up and down the rosters, a lot of guys that are capable scorers, and you have some guys that are playing in their traditional roles from last year. Then you have other guys that are, I don't want to say, not pressed into duty is not the words that I'm looking for, but they're taking a bump up in responsibilities. And, you know, new years breeds new opportunities for a lot of these guys. And if your number is called, you have to take advantage of it and seize your opportunity.
And right now, somebody's number just got called for some free Chick-fil-A.
My boy just hit a three-pointer, baby.
Oh, that was
That's
your
what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
I promise you he will not share the sandwich with me. I can tell you that.
It's one of the best things that they do here at Rose-Hulman is at halftime they do some sort of fan engagement activity, and tonight it's free Chick-fil-A sandwich if you can hit a three-point shot. And old Walter Gordon Jr. just got it done.
You know, it's usually for textbooks.
Yeah, the half-court shot they've done.
Yeah,
for
half-court
for
textbooks by a number of different sponsors. But tonight it's Chick-fil-A sandwiches, and you have not just. I thought it was only open for students, but since it was not textbooks, all fans could come down on the floor and shoot for Chick-fil-A sandwiches. And the fan engagement that we talk about is one thing that they do so well here at Rose-Hulman.
They do. Kevin Lanke and his staff here, you know, behind the scenes just work so hard to create a positive environment and just a lot of fun for these students to come and watch the game and their families. It's just a great family atmosphere, and it's just a lot of fun. You know, we've talked about that before, and any sport that we've covered here at Rose-Hulman, whether it be football, soccer, basketball, men's or women's, baseball, you name it, it's a family atmosphere, and it's a fun atmosphere to be around because these kids are successful.
Yes, they are.
You know, they're very successful in the classroom just to be here at Rose-Hulman, and then for them to be able to continue their athletic career on the field or the court, that's a success in itself. And they're just a lot of fun to watch, and you can easily root for them because of that success that they have. They're very down home, very goal-oriented, and they know exactly what they want to do in life. And part of that is having fun and getting your degree from Rose-Hulman, which will take them all very far in life.
46-39, your halftime score. We're going to step aside at our halftime show and come back and give you some more analysis of that first half and get you set for the second. You're watching Rose-Hulman basketball right here on the Indiana Sports Network.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there for us every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
Sonic's got all my fair faves.
Cheddar peppers, 99-cent corn dogs, Oreo a la mode. I love the fair. All the prizes you can win.
Totally. Did you win all those?
Winning's for suckers. I bought these.
Hurry in. Fair faves start at 99 cents and order ahead for happy hour anytime.
Sonic's got all my fair faves.
Cheddar peppers, 99-cent corn dogs, Oreo a la mode. But there's no chicken on the fair faves menu, right?
No. Why do you ask?
No reason. You're safe.
Hurry in. Fair faves start at 99 cents and order ahead for happy hour anytime.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools.
We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstadter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
It's halftime of the home opener for the Rose-Hulman men's basketball program. So happy to be with you and so happy to be indoors on a cold, blustery, icy, snowy evening that we should not have. When you're closer to Halloween than you are to Thanksgiving, we should not have snow and ice on the road. That should be the rule, shouldn't it be, Troy?
You're exactly right. But you know why we have the snow and the ice and the wind is because of all those people who put up their Christmas decorations.
You're right. You're exactly right.
Before Thanksgiving. And you know who you are.
Yeah, so if you're one of those people, folks, it doesn't matter where you are, whether you're in the Wabash Valley or not, you can be checking us out on the web right now from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, like Charlie Klein's folks. You could be down in San Rafael, California, like Davis Ahad-Nazadi's folks. Doesn't matter where you are.
Doesn't matter.
If you got the Christmas tree up, I don't know. We're going to have a little talk because this weather that we have right
some
now
havoc, right.
It's causing us some issues. So, and of course we say that in jest. The holiday seasons are upon us, and we're very excited about that, but just not excited about this weather. But inside, it's very warm, and it's splashing jumpers in the last, 10 minutes of that half. You talked about the field goal shooting for Rose-Hulman of around 50%. For Oakland City, their field goal percentage and three-point shooting percentage, can you give that?
Yeah, I do. Their field goals, they were 16 of 30 for 53%. 3-point, they were 6 of 14. Again, Rose-Hulman only took 11 three-pointers. Oakland City took 14, hit 6 for 42%, and they were 1 of 2 from the free throw line. The biggest difference that I saw in looking at just the first half stance were points in the paint. Rose-Hulman had 22 compared to 12 from Oakland City. Yeah. And we talked about that with Zarnecki and back being able to get down low and use their big bodies and position themselves to get some easy buckets. Right. And also with McGee able to drive down and, he had 3 or 4 layups basically. So the points in the paint are going to be big, I think, this second half. Again, Oakland City only has 9 players on the squad, so they might get tired. They did play fast and furious there that first half, so we'll see if the fact that they only have 9 players, if that wears them out by the end of the second half or not. And again, Craig McKee led the Engineers with 11 points. He was 1 for 3 from 3-point range. Michael Lake was 1 for 3, and Max Chaplin was 1 for 2, and Zach Callahan was 1 for 1, all from the 3-point range for the Engineers.
Engineers up 7 here at the half. As we finish this halftime, we're going to take our last break of our halftime show. Come back and get you set for the second half of action and hopefully an Engineer victory. Matter of fact, hopefully an Engineer double-digit victory. We're going to set the stage for you after this commercial break right here on the Indiana Sports Network.
Classic for just $2.99 is the perfect 1-2 punch of flavor and value. Time that! You need a trainer to help you eat the burger?
Hey, stay out of this. Don't get in my head, man. There's barely room for me in there.
Hurry in and try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or 6-inch Philly plus tots for $2.99.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Some of our sponsors: Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Refreshment Services Pepsi, Riddell National Bank, Sonic Drive-In, Terre Haute Convention and Visitors Bureau, Union Center of Sports Medicine, and York Automotive. They have locations in Brazil, Greencastle, and Crawfordsville, and they are our transportation sponsor. Each and every game, they have us bright and cool and comfortable. Well, tonight, warm and comfortable. To our basketball, baseball, football, whatever kind of ball game that we have. And we want to say thank you to Rob York and the staff.
Could you warm the car up before we leave tonight?
Had that remote start. We wish it could work from here.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. Because it is a brisk, it was 19 when I came in here, which is about 30 degrees below normal here in the Wabash Valley this time of year.
Folks, wherever you are, we hope you're bundled up and maybe you're, watching us on a 65-inch TV screen maybe, or maybe you're even watching us on a 7-inch smartphone screen, whatever the case may be. I hope you're warm and toasty and comfortable as you're checking out the sights and sounds here on the Indiana Sports Network. Be safe if you're driving, and if you're in the Wabash Valley area, well, be safe wherever you are. But if you're around here and you got snow and ice on the ground, definitely be careful as you're driving. That's our public service announcement.
Exactly right.
Rose-Hulman,
again, their first home game early, obviously tonight, but they're not back home until Saturday, December the 7th, when they take on Defiance.
Oh, excuse me, Defiance. I'm sorry, I said DePaul. But DePaul,
yeah, they're at DePaul this Friday.
That's right. Starters, is almost a travel, almost a shuffle of the feet for Trey Wirtz, as all starters are on the court for both teams. Wirtz is a young man that's going to continue to develop and is kind of an inside-outside type of guy. Speaking of such, Nathan Smitler, he steps outside for the first time tonight, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Normally see him down low, but he had a nice stroke.
Cross-court pass to Michael Lake, provided a nice lane to the basket. And we're 4 for 4 to start this half.
We sure are.
Let's see who's going to miss first.
Oakland City, again, coming out firing along with the Engineers.
Wirtz needs to kick it out. Oh, good job by Callahan. That's Zach Callahan to follow that play.
It was very nice.
Trey Wirtz is going to be able to back down a lot of people. They say Schmittler is not one of those. Wirtz gets called on the foul.
I think it's safe to say that Oakland City has not met a three-point shot they don't like.
I'm telling you what, but they take good shots. They
do. They don't force it
bodies are
at all.
squared. And, yeah.
They move the ball. They hustle.
Yep. Good ball movement right there. Schmittler beat Wirtz to the spot, and he got an easy deuce.
Schmittler's 9th point of the night.
Oh, boy. Yeah, got away with the travel there. I thought maybe my eyes, I don't know if maybe my eyes are slower than or faster than the action, but I thought it was a travel for sure. Toops down the lane. Oh, a charge. Taken by Michael Lake. Michael Lake must have been outside of the restricted circle. Coach Lee Moore and Toops don't agree. Either do some of the fans up there screaming and hollering.
Yeah, Toops thought he was inside the circle.
Yeah, yep. Callahan, McGee to Word. 2 dribbles, a drop step.
Nice little drop step.
I'm a firm believer
like
in
that.
Somebody like Word. 2 dribbles or fewer, and at this stage. And once you get
when you're
3
that
to
close
4
to the
dribbles,
basket, you definitely don't need to. You could use your pivot foot and do exactly what he did.
Both big guys going hard at the basket. Wirtz and Schmittler crash for that rebound, and it goes out of bounds to the Engineers. In comes Zarnecki and Cone. You got a line change with your bigs, huh? 2 in, 2 out.
Yeah.
We might see
So
that
again,
a lot
it's a
this
hockey
season,
game
honestly.
again. We got some line shifts going on.
Combs he beat his man to the spot, wasn't ready to put it on the deck and do anything with it. Kind of forced that one. It's going to go the other way. Here comes Toombs. Nice drop off. Boy, they ran that fast break so well. Case Robinson finished it off. Speaking of run the fast break well, Callahan right back at you. He's going to get 2 free throws.
He is, and in his case, I think if he would have taken one more dribble, he might have had a better look at that layup.
Right.
But he'll take the 2 freebies and hopefully he can knock him down.
Boy. One of the things that we'll have to watch this year, free throw shooting, is going to be paramount. For a team that maybe doesn't shoot the 3 as well as a couple, in the years past, you're going to really have to shoot your free throws well.
Sure are. They're 8 of 13 right at the moment.
Once again, Oakland City, great player movement, great ball movement, great spacing. They're all cutting, moving. Nice teardrop is missed. 57-49, Engineers up. Almost 4 minutes into this second half. Here goes McGee. Look, that should be the shot. Callahan didn't want to take it. It's always early in the shot clock. You pass it up, try to drop it down low. So, would love to see him take that outside jumper though. Callahan uses his body. Ooh, McGee. He tried to not foul. Got a Bronx cheer from the Oakland City faithful, like they haven't called a foul on Rose all night, right?
Apparently, they haven't seen it until just then. But yeah, kind of a silly foul.
Yeah, he just
on McGee.
Loader by Jacob Sanford.
Sanford, a sophomore from Wadesville, Indiana.
Combs. Boy, when he gets that ball to that left hand, he loves to finish with his left. Scouting report on that young man has got to be drop step to his left hand.
Yeah, make that little spin to the left.
Nice little pick and pop three is no good. I like what I saw there by Oakland City. Zarnecki, he had Sanford on him, trying to body for possession and call for the ball. He got fouled, and it was probably a good foul.
Yeah, Sanford stands at 5'10" on a good day, and Zarnecki's at 6'7".
On a bad day.
Yeah.
I walked in with Zarnecki's dad. You can see where he got his height from. Good cut down the paint. Great defense that bobbled away from him, but Combs stayed with it. It's going to get rewarded with the bucket. Double-digit lead for the Engineers.
Combs now has double digits at 11 for the game.
Oh, a foul by Callahan as Toops tried to cut down the lane to get to a spot. Callahan a little aggressive right there. Maybe didn't need to commit that foul. Here comes Sanford Ram in for Callahan, who just committed his third. See the wing rotations. Callahan, Ram. Great tip away by Combs as he played the passing lane. Here come the Engineers in transition. Do they have numbers? Zarnecki couldn't catch it, but he still stayed with it, used his height to get two.
Nice for trying to be able to stay with it, as you mentioned, and use his strength and height to get it up there for an easy 2 points.
Boy, that's a tough floater as McGee was able to fight over that screen. Here comes the Engineers transitions. Ram in the corner. Yes, sir. Big shot by Sanford Ram. If he can do that with regularity, it's going to be huge for the Engineers this season.
Sure is.
Timeout by Coach Lee. It'll be a quick one. We'll keep it. Well, no, we'll take it with them. Full timeout. We'll be back after this.
Terre Haute, a great place to stay and play. Restaurants, hotels, motels, and campgrounds. There's something for everyone. Terre Haute is the home away from home for students of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, St. Mary of the Woods College, and Indiana State University, where there are always great educational activities and sporting events. Enjoy the Children's Museum. Terre Haute hosts Blues at the Crossroads Downtown Music Fest, Rib Fest, and the Banks of the Wabash Festival. Plus, the USAC Quarter Midget Championship, open wheel racing at the Action Track, and 5 national college and state high school cross-country championships at the famed Laverne Gibson cross-country course. There's plenty to do and enjoy in Terre Haute, so come stay and play. You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
There's so many ways to watch us here on the Indiana Sports Network. We're obviously available on our website, indianasportsnetwork.net. You can always check us out through the Boxcast app. You can watch us through Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, Chromecast, Facebook Live, and Roku. Most people, Troy, are on Facebook. Feel free to follow us on Facebook at Indiana Sports Network. Search us and follow us. Let us know where you're watching from. It could be anywhere around the world. We've got streamers from all across the world. Log in, leave us a message. Let us know, where you're watching from on the Indiana Sports Network.
And let us know what the temperature is where you're at.
If it's above 30, don't let me know, because I'll be jealous.
Yeah. It won't take much to get us jealous tonight.
Sure won't. My goodness, a cold night. When we walk to our cars, it'll probably be, 15 degrees?
I'm really hoping your son will go and warm my car up. If we send him out early, maybe he could hit both of us.
He might not want to walk back in. He's levitating, though, still. The fact that he won that sandwich at halftime.
Yeah, it's great. Chick-fil-A.
Pretty happy about that.
Free sandwich. I know where you guys will be going for dinner tomorrow night.
Tubes was able to hit that last bucket for Oakland City, and he's going to go down the court.
He got a finger in the eye.
Ram, opposite corner, looks good. Hit the iron. Going to get an official's timeout. as on the floor, Tyler Toop took a shot maybe to the eye, like you were talking about.
It looked like
to the eye there.
Kind of incidental contact.
As we have a
and
moment,
going
we'll
for the ball.
step aside and take an injury timeout.
Center for Sports Medicine Injury Timeout. Let the Wabash Valley Sports Medicine experts take care of you. The Union Center for Sports Injury Clinic is open Saturday mornings from 9 to 10 a.m. at South 6th Street in downtown Terre Haute. No appointment is necessary. Union Health. Healthier together. You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
I want to let you know the Union Center for Sports Medicine is proud to be the official sponsor, sports medicine provider for Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. Certified athletic trainer for the Fighting Engineers is Scott Keller. Samir Mavishi, MD, and Jeremy Palmer, MD, from the Union Medical Group are the team doctors. Union Health, caring for Rose-Hulman athletes. 13-point lead for the Engineers. 13 and a half to go in this game. Had a few substitutions in the last dead ball or two, and Oakland City still fighting, working, probing. Zarnecki rebounding. That's what you want him to do all season long, is to be strong and rebound. Feed him, and he'll answer.
Nice.
What a complete possession on both ways.
Sure was, yeah, to get that rebound and hustle down. Again, great positioning on the offense in that paint. Zarnecki can do that all season long if he wants. And I know Coach Lloyd wants him to.
Engineers trying to come up with this ball. Chaplin does. They give it back to him to start this break. Let's see what Max Chaplin can do. Chaplin pulls up from 17. Smooth. Was that his first bucket, I think, Troy? His first bucket?
That was his second bucket. He hit a three-pointer in the first half. He has 5.
Boy, a smooth shot by DJ Reddick. Chaplin tried to fight through that screen, but the screen was set good, and Reddick did a great job of rubbing off the screen, so that'll get you a free shot every time. Swing it to Ram if you got it. Works. Oh, the up and under. Woo-hoo-hoo! John Zarnecki.
And that is classic Zarnecki move there.
Wow.
The pump fake, the up and under.
Yeah.
Saw that a lot from him last year. Obviously, John last year, he averaged 10.3 points per game. Was a starter along with Craig McKee. They're the 2 starters from last year back for the Engineers.
Missed the free throw. Taylor Heil on the last dead ball, a 6'6" junior from Carterville, Illinois, comes into the game for the first time. Redding. DJ is a smooth freshman. He traveled his feet, just as I talked about him. He's from Evansville, Indiana. I think I saw that he went to Evansville North. If I remember correctly, I probably shouldn't even have said, because I've got like a 1 in 30 chance. There's like 30 high schools down there.
You sure are. That's the 14th turnover for the Mighty Oaks tonight.
Boy, I'm telling you what, these Oakland City fans are giving it to the referees. They're not happy in the least bit. There's, the foul on the bump. I like a more physical brand of basketball myself, to be honest with you. Heil, an opportunity. He's going to get 2 free throws, it look like.
And again, Oakland City's only been to the line 1 time. They are 1 for 2. Engineers are now 9 of 15.
Probably why the fans are so unhappy.
Make it 10 of 16.
Lead has really been stretched out now. 74-55, 19-point lead by the Engineers. Maybe some of that depth that you were talking about.
I think it is, and then they've obviously made some adjustments at halftime and came out and.
Gee whiz. Young man's got a smooth stroke, too. That's off Max's leg. A bucket and a turnover. So an opportunity to cut into this lead as Jacob Sanford knocked the inbounds pass off of Chaplin's leg to get the possession again.
And just a nice hustle play by Sanford.
Also a Cavalier inbounds passing situation by the Engineers. Ram on Redding. Tubes, you cannot give him that much space. We got lucky there. Oh, that wasn't Tubes, that was Miller. Look out. Ooh, boy. Got his hand caught in the cookie jar. Miller. You kind of like it when your guy is aggressive. He saw the high dribble. He tried to get a steal. Sometimes you get the steal. Sometimes you pick up the foul, Troy.
Yeah, but you got to like the hustle, as you said. You know, and this is Oakland City's third game, and it shows compared to the Engineers as far as the way they move with the ball, without the ball.
Yes.
You know, again, it's early in the season for both teams, but you can clearly tell that Oakland City has had a couple games under their belt.
These Mighty Oaks are going to be just fine. As when you look at, if you look at the way they schedule their seasons, they go very difficult. They schedule different games to begin their season. Pinned on the backboard, if you please. Schedule different games to begin their season, and then that helps them later on in the season. I would expect they would have well over 20 wins as they have the last few seasons, and they'll be just fine. They play a very home-dominant schedule. At least they have in years past. So I would think that would be this way again. So see no reason why this team, as Heil can't get the putback, but Wirtz can. I see no reason why this team won't have a fine season as long as they can stay healthy.
Yeah, I agree. They play a brand of basketball that's fun to watch. And again, with only 9 players, they can't afford many injuries.
Yeah, I agree.
But if they can stay healthy, they will be fun to watch. And
I don't know if their manager is a student. They have a manager, and I don't know if that young man is a student or not. But
I think that's the assistant coach.
Well, there's an assistant coach, but then there's a manager. I was looking on their website earlier.
I thought the manager was a female.
I thought there were 2.
Oh,
but I thought there was a male manager too. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I looked at the assistant coach today.
Maybe it's going to be like Ollie from Hoosiers. He's going to have to suit up.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
Come sectional time, we're going to need him. Those free throws.
McGee finds words. That's the difficulty when you have that trapping style. If you get it across and stay aggressive, you can usually get an easy bucket right around the basket.
Yeah, that's
tipped away by Ram, and here come the Engineers. Easy pilfer and layup by McGee. As stats are now starting to be padded, and lead is now over 20. A lot of good things that we saw by Oakland City and continue to see as Schmittler gets another bucket. You see more trapping. 82-61. Engineers still working. Trey worked in the paint for like 5 seconds. I can't believe they didn't call that 3-second call. But I guess if the ball's not in your half of the court, it doesn't matter. Back-to-back buckets for Wirtz.
Yeah, Wirtz now 7 for 10 and field goals, has 17 points to lead the Engineers.
$8:30 to go, 84-61. Engineers as more guys will start to come in the game here is McGee. Oh, Treg McGee. Oh, the English. Mercy.
Woo, that was pretty. I don't think he needed to do all that, but it worked. It's him his 15th point of the night.
Redding with the move, the bucket and the foul. I think they're going to get Sambit Ram, maybe? Yeah, they got Sambit Ram on the foul. Sambit Ram, a young man with an opportunity. He's a 6'3" sophomore from Buffalo Grove, Illinois, and I do believe Ray Aoki was from Buffalo Grove, Illinois.
That sounds familiar.
I do believe. So, anyway, Sambit Ram, a young man that's going to have a great opportunity this year if he progresses. We saw some flashes from him as a freshman last year. Hopefully he can continue to put it together, and we need that wing player like Ram is a very long and athletic young man. He can shoot the three. So his progression is going to be key for these Engineers this season. Jacob back. Oh, just turned the ball over for no reason there. Oh, Coach Rusty. And you hate it when it's right in front of your coach.
Yeah, you can't hide it. You can't really make up an excuse when the coach is looking right at you when you make that turnover. But only the 7th turnover of the night for the Engineers.
Like half of them are Jacob back, aren't they? That's what it feels like. Good pressure by Redding in the backcourt. I like this DJ Redding. He's a freshman. He's a 5'11" freshman from Evansville. We'll talk about him in a moment. Full timeout by Rose-Hulman. We'll be back after this.
My fair faves.
Cheddar peppers, 99-cent corn dogs, Oreo a la mode. I love the fair. All the prizes you can win.
Totally. Did you win all those?
Winning's for suckers. I bought these.
Hurry in. Fair faves start at 99 cents and order ahead for happy hour anytime.
Sonic's got all my fair faves.
Cheddar peppers, 99-cent corn dogs, Oreo a la mode. But there's no chicken on the Fair Faves menu, right?
No. Why do you ask?
No reason. You're safe.
Hurry in. Fair faves start at 99 cents and order ahead for happy hour anytime.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
86-64. Your score here at the Holbert Arena, Rose-Hulman. Home opener, season opener for the 2019-2020 campaign. The Engineers last year were 17-9, 13-5 in the HCAC, tied for second place as Rusty Lloyd's squad had making a push for the conference championship regular season. Couldn't quite get there and fell short in the conference semifinals, tournament semifinals last year. Looking to regroup this year, have some new faces and guys and new opportunities, and this Engineers team is going to be a really interesting one to watch all season long. A lot of new faces for Coach Prevost as well, as we'll have our first women's broadcast in December. Coach Don Prevost has, half of his roster is brand new when you look at freshmen and I think a transfer. So it'll be interesting as, be careful. Oh, my Lord. Oh, our season flashed in front of our eyes.
Boy,
Craig
sure
McGee.
did. McGee just went up and over.
My goodness.
Really did a 360 in the air. Luckily landed on his feet.
Oh, my goodness. I think I was, usually his dad's here. I couldn't find him. He probably was over there, and I'm sure he's seen Craig take worse spills than that as Trey Wertz hit the three. But as a parent, you think, oh, my goodness, you have to get nervous when you see your child up in the air floating and levitating like that.
Yeah, he looked like a wide receiver going across the middle and getting taken out. Whew.
Last bucket was Tyler 2.
Yeah, 20 points for Tyler Wertz tonight. 8 of 11 field goals, 2 of 3 for 3-point range.
cross court. Callahan. I'd love to see him take one of these three-point jumpers. 2 on the shot clock. Got to go up. Oh, and a turnover. You don't want live ball turnovers. That's what you can't do. Live ball turnover and a three-point opportunity. That's the worst thing in that situation. You would have rather held on to the ball and had the 30-second shot clock violation. At least that would have been a dead ball opportunity. Into the game, Zachary Jackson, a 6-foot freshman from Franklin, Tennessee, comes in for Craig McGee, thankfully. McGee's night should be over.
It should be.
Whew. Jackson. A lot of new faces, a lot of new names. Oh, interior passing, beautiful. Callahan couldn't pay it off. New shot clock back to 20. On a reset on the shot clock, instead of going back to 30, it's going to 20 this year. One of the new rules in men's college basketball. So Trey Wirtz doesn't need the full 20. Another shot clock. Oh, boy. Good idea by Back.
It was. It was a good idea. Just a quick potential upset alert. You know, Oakland City is near Evansville.
It is.
And right now, the University of Evansville is up 65-62 against the number 1 team in the country, Kentucky, with 43 seconds to go in the second half.
One might be saying to themselves, why, pray tell, would Kentucky play the University of Evansville? And that would be because last year, the University of Evansville, as Sanford Graham gets fouled, UE hired Mr. Walter McCarty, one of University of Kentucky's own, to be their head coach. Walter McCarty, an alum of, I think was he from Evansville, but went to Kentucky, if I'm getting this correct.
May be correct, yes. He did definitely play at Kentucky.
Yeah, went to the Boston Celtics, played nice professional career, and he's the coach of University of Evansville, so he gets to take his guys to Rupp Arena.
Yeah, it's a nice
in Lexington,
which is a incredibly difficult place to play.
Well, I'm thinking the traffic congestion to get in and out after a game. That's what I was thinking. To be honest with
that
you.
too.
That's
I was thinking as a player and a coach, it's hard to play at Rupp Arena.
Right.
But now they are 13 seconds away from one of the biggest upsets in this young basketball season.
That would be huge. Jumper, feet on the line. That was a 2-pointer for J.D. Hoover. Is going to get a quick timeout. We'll take it as well back after this.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
4:37 to go in this home opener for the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers. They're up 91-72. Trying to be disciplined and get out of here healthy as Jacob Back travels with the basketball. From a schematic standpoint, I'd rather not have him in that position. To have to be an outlet valve and to help get the ball up the court. And I know maybe they're working on that with him, but nonetheless, a turnover is kind of be able to use this and work out some things that you'll want to do in the regular season. Quick jumper, and the ball wasn't in his hands but for a millisecond. And the jumper is good by
Chase Robinson.
Oh, my goodness. Somebody shoot it. Still 4 minutes to go here, Troy.
Oh, the game is not over.
No.
The way the Rose has been playing the last few possessions.
High off the glass. No. Jacob back. No. On the floor. Engineers. No. It's going the other way. Here they come. Oh, and a foul. Ooh, it's a dangerous one. Sanford Ram went up, and the Javon Miller pump fake. And Ram all of a sudden was on his neck. I have a feeling that Craig McGee's night is not over, as this suddenly is a 16-point lead. We'll have to monitor this thing.
We will.
That's not the only thing we're monitoring, it looks like.
McGee has moved closer to
He
Coach
has.
Rusty Lloyd on the bench.
He's sitting next to Coach Rob Peels, one of the assistant coaches for.
Letting him know he's right there if he needs him. Von Miller makes both of his free throws, and Oakland City, again, with their full court pressure.
And I like Combs back there. I feel a lot better about that. And here comes Franklin into the front court. To Combs, staying aggressive. Yes!
Nice.
Woo! Zachary Jackson.
Yeah, nice take.
Did a
up
good
the
job to
floor
set that
from
up. Three-pointer in the
Jackson.
corner. It is good. Toombs again. Pressure. Easily broken. Engineers going to have to start to get into some offense now. Sanford Ram guarded by Redding. They're going to be quick with the hands. They're going to have to be ready with the basketball. 10 on the shot clock. Got to get into it now. Heil.
Oh. Have a ticky-tack foul there, but brings Heil, 6'6" junior from Carterville, Illinois, to the line. He knocks down his first one.
Heil's made, I believe, 3 free throws tonight. Now 4.
Let's make that 4, yeah.
Yes. These
Nice
are big
job.
points.
They are big points at this point.
Got to watch the three-point line. They're going to be ready to. There's one. There's one.
is.
What a, oh, boy. They pop out and are ready to shoot.
They
as soon as the
do,
ball hits
yeah.
their hand, almost a turnover. Oh, very close. Pressure coming from the backside on Combs.
Combs needs
He
to get rid
stops
of
his
it.
pivot
Nice.
foot. Woo. These are good pressure moments for the Engineers. Zachary Jackson getting big minutes here at the end of the game. Ram has to put on the floor. Big jumper, no.
Not sure that's a shot
A
they
leak
wanted,
out.
but
Easy 2 points. That was Harris that hit the that did not hit the jumper. Tim Harris, and we're going to get a turnover by the Engineers. Down to a 10-point game. Rusty Lloyd is pointing at some of his starters, and he's bringing them back in. Got a quick timeout by Oakland City. Back after this on the Indiana Sports Network.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools.
We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom,
When I fill a prescription,
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstadter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
.208 to go, and Rose-Hulman up 10, hanging, clinging to this lead. Starters back onto the floor. Most of the starters, I should say. And Toombs, a great pass is blocked. Toombs gets it back. His shot is no good. Trey Wertz on the floor. Oakland City on the floor. They got a timeout. They got a timeout without the possession of the ball. Don't know how they got that timeout when they didn't have possession of the ball. Nonetheless, they got the timeout. We'll take a timeout. Back after this.
Everybody clap your hands. Cha-cha now, y'all. Turn it out. Oh, yeah. Cha-cha, real smooth.
The Car Hop Classic for just $2.99 is the perfect 1-2 punch of flavor and value. Time that. You need a trainer to help you eat the burger?
Hey, stay out of this. Don't get in my head, man. There's barely room for me in there.
Hurry in and try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or 6-inch Philly plus tots for $2.99.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Oakland City clawing and scrapping, trying to get back into this game. They've cut the lead into half. They got the timeout to save the possession. And here they are with an opportunity to cut into this 10-point lead. Oh, my goodness. Was that an offensive foul? Do they call it a defensive foul? They called it an offensive foul. Was that a makeup call, Troy?
I don't think officials know how to do that. Well,
might have been a little makeup call for giving that timeout to Oakland City when they didn't have the ball. Nonetheless, here come the Engineers. Callahan pulls it back out. Zarnecki will do no such thing. Crashes, and he did not make the bucket. Schmittler gets fouled after he gets the rebound.
just a quick score update, as we mentioned. Number 1 team in the country, University of Kentucky, stunned tonight by the Evansville Aces.
Oh, Walter McCarty.
Aces had some tricks up their sleeves tonight.
Can you believe that?
67-64 was your final.
Can you believe that?
Kentucky was favored by 25 points going into tonight's ball game.
Not sure what just happened. They took the free throw off the board. We were so stunned by Sir Walter McCarty and the Evansville Aces. We lost track of why they took the free throw off the board. Engineers getting hounded. This is great pressure. They're going to have to call a timeout. Quick timeout by Rosie Lloyd. We'll take a quick one as well back after this.
Terre Haute, a great place to stay and play. Restaurants, hotels, motels, and campgrounds. There's something for everyone. Terre Haute is the home away from home for students of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, St. Mary of the Woods College, and Indiana State University, where there are always great educational activities and sporting events. Enjoy the Children's Museum. Terre Haute hosts Blues at the Crossroads Downtown Music Fest, Rib Fest, and the Banks of the Wabash Festival. Plus the USAC Quarter Midget Championship, open wheel racing at the Action Track, and 5 national college and state high school cross-country championships at the famed Laverne Gibson cross-country course. There's plenty to do and enjoy in Terre Haute, so come stay and play. You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Rose-Hulman men's basketball just getting underway this season, trying to get victory number 1 on attempt number 1. They're battling with Oakland City here at the Holman Arena. It's a 10-point deficit by Oakland City, but you couldn't tell it. These guys are battling and clawing. They're going to be a fine ball club for Division II, and they play a good brand of basketball, Troy. I really like the way they share the ball and spread it.
I agree. Well, they're going to be fine. They're going to drop to 0-3 on this young season, but as you mentioned earlier, they play a lot of tough teams early in their schedule that only will help them as a team, get better as the season goes along, and they're going to be just fine.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Going to have to get something up. McGee gets a screen out high. Looks of crashing Michael Lake gets bumped. The ball's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be possession to Oakland City, but Lake took one in the chop and didn't get the foul call. He's checking for blood right now. Sanford Rams going to come out of the contest, and they throw the ball down court and almost hits Sanford Ram in the noggin. Gee.
There's craziness here in the last minute and a half of the game.
Lake coming in for Wirtz, a little defensive substitution.
It's after 9 o'clock. It's a full moon.
It is.
Super moon, and people are just getting crazy.
A little wacky. Here comes DJ Redding. Boy, did he have a nice take on that.
Boy, he sure did.
It's a nice freshman, Troy.
It is. And he's got some hops on him.
Yes.
He can get up quick.
Saw him during the pregame warm-ups, and he has some bounce in his springs. That young man was a little ball player. Just a freshman from Evansville. After the free throw, if it's a make, you're going to see this diamond pressure once again. There's your make. Here comes the pressure. They want you to inbound it in the corner. And here comes Rose Zarnecki looking over the defense. Gets it to Lake. McGee. I'm sorry, now to Lake. Don't you dare, Sanford Ram. He thought about a three, then thought about the fact that he wouldn't see the playing floor again for another couple games if he shoots it. Now he's going to get to the free throw line and can shoot it from there. 52 seconds even showing on the clock. Ram, a 6'3" sophomore from Buffalo Grove, Illinois. We'll be watching his maturation and his progression, his development, as the Engineers desperately need him to develop this year. Here come the Mighty Oaks, looking for a three-point shot. Got to guard the three. Tubes, looking. Taking a lot of time. Sanford, Redding now. Schmittler, give up the two-pointer. It's okay. It's blocked. Ooh. Here comes McKee.
Nice defense in front there for Rose.
Yeah. Oh, Curly Neal out there putting on an exhibition to the crowd's delight, getting some oohs and ahs as guys are reaching for his basketball. Craig McGee's got a nice little handle.
Well, he sure does. He's one you want to have the ball in these types of situations.
Yep. Craig McGee started his career here at Rose-Hulman on the bench his freshman season, his very first game. I believe they were playing as Texas. He did not start that game, had 0 points, and I believe fouled out in his first collegiate game here at Rose-Hulman. For some reason, Rusty Lloyd puts him in the starting lineup after that game, and he's been there ever since. Unbelievable how that happened, but he must have seen something, and then he paid it off, and Craig McGee's been paying it back ever since.
Nice
Engineers
block by
defensively.
Zarnecki.
Yeah. Defensively, Engineers finishing this thing off. It's just something that you don't see. You come off the bench your first game and you don't score. You foul out. And then start the next game and every game thereafter. It's amazing.
It really is, and obviously credit to Coach Floyd and for seeing that. And I'm
Craig McGee probably said, "Coach, I told you should have started me."
I'm guessing Craig McGee also practices as hard as he plays.
Yeah.
I'm sure that showed in practice, and Coach Lloyd gave him a chance, and he took it.
Last shot of the game taken by Tyler Tubes. And that's going to finish off the contest. A very spirited affair with a final score of 98-90. The Engineers able to finish this game off in maybe fashion that they would not want by having to bring the starters back on the court. You see the young men shaking hands at midcourt. We're going to step aside for a quick break, come back with a post-game show, and wrap this thing up. You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball right here on your spot for sports, the Indiana Sports Network.
A more active life is closer than you think. Union Health now offers same-day orthopedic care. Call 812-242-3005. Union Health, healthier together. Wouldn't it be nice if everything you needed in cardiology care was under one roof? At Union Health's Heart and Vascular Institute, it is. Like advanced technologies and facilities, specialty cardio physicians, and expert staff dedicated to your heart. And because we're bringing new, less invasive procedures to the region, you have more options than ever before right here in the Wabash.
99-cent corn dogs, Oreo a la mode. I love the fair. All the prizes you can win.
Totally. Did you win all those?
Winning's for suckers. I bought these.
Hurry in. Fair faves start at 99 cents and order ahead for happy hour anytime.
Rose-Hulman gets the victory, and Coach Lloyd, I know, will be happy that they got the victory. Maybe not happy that he had to put the starters back in to finish this thing off. But good credit to Oakland City. This is a game ball club that really fought to the very end. And Rose-Hulman is able to get the victory, 98-90. Troy, we've seen Rose-Hulman now for the first time this season, and we talked about some new people and guys stepping up, but you also have some mainstays from back here. And Craig McGee was fantastic as usual.
He sure was. He led the team in assists. He had 6 assists, 7 rebounds, had a total of 16 points. The Engineers were led in points by Tyler Wirtz with 20. But then some other names that we're familiar with Eli Combs had 13. John Zarnecki had 13 with 5 rebounds. But just overall a good distribution of scoring for the Engineers. Zach Callahan had 9. Michael Lake had 7. Graham had 6. Bach had 5. And Heel had 4. All for, obviously, the Engineers. And, yeah, give credit to Oakland City coming in with only 9 players.
Yeah.
They played hard for the whole game and obviously made it a game there with about 5 minutes to go and made it a little too close to comfort for Coach Lloyd and the Engineers. But Oakland City was led by Tyler Tukes, who had 27 points. J.D. Hoover, the freshman guard from Evansville, who we both enjoyed watching. He had 13 points, and DJ Redding had 12 as well. So Oakland City's going to be fine as they move on to their season, and I think Rose-Hulman's going to be fine as well. They've got, again, Rose-Hulman had some first game jitters that they got out of their system, and it was nice to get, always good to get a home victory, and they found some combinations that are going to work. They found the intensity level that they're going to need throughout the season, especially when they get into the conference season. Again, it's game 1. They're going to get better as they move forward, and you want to be learning in November and December and then starting to play well in January and February, and that's exactly what Coach Lloyd's going to have this squad doing.
Coach Lloyd's squad has got a really tough string of games coming up. They start with a game at DePaul on this upcoming Friday. Then they at the Aurora and Carthage Invitational, and then they are at North Central of Illinois, and then they're at Albion. And, I mean, they've got a really tough slate coming up before they start conference season on Wednesday, December 4th. The next men's Rose-Hulman contest we'll have right here on our airwaves, December the 7th. That's defined. Talked about that earlier. The first women's Rose-Hulman broadcast that we'll have, which actually will be our next basketball broadcast of any sort will be on Wednesday, December 4th. That'll be St. Mary of the Woods here at Rose-Hulman to call that the Crosstown Classic. That'll do it for tonight's broadcast. Rose-Hulman is victorious 98-90 over Oakland City. Rose-Hulman will be at 1-0 in the season. Oakland City will be 0-3. That'll be probably one of their last loss of the season, as they're going to go on a string here real soon. I want to thank our sponsors: Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Refreshment Services, Pepsi, Riddell National Bank, Sonic Drive-In, Terre Haute Convention and Visitors Bureau, Union Center of Sports Medicine, and York Automotive, who is our transportation sponsor for each and every game. They have locations in Brazil, Greencastle, and Crawfordsville. Our camera operators for tonight's contest: Carl Ennis, Jace Harper, and Mr. Glassburn. Also, want to say a big thank you to Kanan Harper, who was our director and producer tonight. For my broadcast partner, Troy Fears, I'm Walter Gordon saying good night and so long. Stay safe out there. We'll see you on December 4th, right here from Rose-Hulman for the Crosstown Classic.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
This sports program is presented by authority of Wabash Valley Sports and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated in any way without prior written consent of Wabash Valley Sports.